The Trifecta is more than an automatic coffee maker. It's a completely new brew method. Baristas can manipulate 11 variables through its interface, controlling nearly every aspect of what happens in the brew chamber. With air infusion and a metal mesh filter, the Trifecta will definitely produce one of the most unique cups you've had in a long time. Hey, Chris here from Prima Coffee Equipment. Today we're taking a look at the Bunn Trifecta. Let's get a cup going and then take a look at what this machine does. The Trifecta is a single cup immersion brewer that's unique in a couple of ways. For one, it has a metal filter, so you're going to get a very full-bodied, textured cup, kind of like you would in a French press or a cone, anything with a metal filter really. And it also introduces air infusion, so it's actually air is jetted into the chamber as you're brewing, adding this extra turbulence or agitation that gets really interesting flavors out of the cup. So very different in that way. As we have a cup going, let's just go ahead and take a look at what makes this machine what it is. We have a drip tray here at the bottom. This drip tray is plumbable. I don't have it plumbed right now, but you can just have this run right into a sink or some waste if you want to get rid of it easy. The machine is also plumbed, so there's not a reservoir that you can fill with water, but you just plumb it right into a line and you're good to go in that way. Right behind this plastic flap here, we actually have all of the circuitry and the boilers back there and stuff. So it does a really nice job of keeping the temperature consistent from what you see on the screen to what's in the boiler and inside the actual brew chamber. So the boiler's right here, feeds really quickly into the bottom of the brew cup into that chamber. This, what I've been calling the brew cup, kind of resembles a portafilter, is where you actually add your coffee. So I ground some coffee here in the Vario, kind of a fine drip setting. I'll show you what that looks like. You can use a full range of settings for this, but this is what I'm going with right now. Add the coffee to the brew cup right here. Water is fed from the bottom here and raises up with the coffee into this brew chamber. The chamber here is actually plastic. Really great because you can drop this on the ground as many times as you might do on accident and it's not going to break. It's actually medical grade plastic, so very safe in terms of health and accidents and stuff like that. So that's where it brews. All you do is lift the handle here, plug the brew cup in, and you're all set to go. So you can see that I have about a full cup right here. This is about 300 milliliters. Trifecta can brew up to 16 ounces at a time, or as low as 2 ounces actually. So you have a pretty nice range of sizes that you would want to use for single cup service anyway. When you're done brewing, you can go ahead and rinse right here, then just lift this up, take the brew cup out, and toss it. Now what makes the Trifecta really unique, especially among the different single cup brewers that have been coming out in the last couple of years, Clover, Gold Cup, Trifecta, all of those, are the number of things that you can control. So within the menu here, I can control about 11 different brewing variables, and I'll show you what those look like. Right now I'm selecting the coffee that I put in there, which is this RD. If I select that, I can look at the different things to control. Volume, I have it reading in metric right now, so 300 milliliters, I can change that of course, in 10 milliliter increments. Go next to pre-wet. Pre-wet is actually a cold water cycle that's mostly used for tea. Pre-infusion is the percentage of the total brew volume that's being dedicated to that pre-infusion phase. Fill pause refers to how long the pre-infusion phase lasts. So right now we're doing 10 seconds of pre-infusion after the water is added. Extraction time is my total extraction time. Turbulence on refers to how long the first turbulence cycle is going to burst. So again, we have this air being jetted into the chamber as we're brewing, and I have it on for 6 seconds. Turbulence off is how long until the next turbulence cycle. Turbulence power refers to how powerful that turbulence is. Press out power, at the end we saw coffee being pressed out through the metal filter into the cup, and this refers to how powerful that press is. I have it on a pretty low setting right now. Press out time is how long it's going to take to press out. And then our water temperature right now is 94 degrees Celsius, which is just over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're back to the starting menu. So there are a number of recipes you can set up. I have a special recipe set up for the RD right now. I can go through and set one up for coffee from Conga or Kenyan coffee or Sumatra, etc. There's also a cleaning cycle in here too. So if I run the cleaning cycle, it's actually just as if I set up a custom recipe and max everything out. Full temperature, full power, full volume, everything, so it gets everything nice and clean. There's also a deep clean feature which kind of goes back into the machine a little bit and does a little bit more deep cleaning. Takes a little bit longer, 7 minutes or so, I think. And there's some cleaning tablets you can get that are specially formulated for the Trifecta. So really, you have everything fully automated here. You set up everything in advance, press a couple of buttons, and you can clean automatically, brew a Guatemalan coffee automatically, brew your chef automatically. So it's really great for cafes that want to eliminate room for any user error or eliminate inconsistency. You can set up everything in advance and then just have your baristas go. Really quick single cup service, a cup that's just as unique and refined as if you were doing a manual pour over or any manual brew, because you can control so much and you can control it with increased consistency too. So we love it for cafes like that or restaurants that want to sort of streamline their coffee service and are okay doing single cups. It's also really good for coffee labs because you can isolate these different variables and see how things react in light of those modifications. So again, Bunn Trifecta, we really love what it does. If you want to learn more about how to dial in for a particular coffee, just check out one of our other films. I'll see you there. Thanks.